As someone who's always trying to save money while ensuring that my family continues to eat balanced and healthy meals, I've noticed, as has literally anybody else who's been in a grocery store in the last months or years, that inflation has increased the price of groceries so much. And what used to cost $100 per week of groceries now costs $200 and sometimes more if you're not careful. In talking with some of my friends and colleagues, I realized that I might be able to help others save money in the grocery store with some tips, tricks, and cheap and easy recipes that I've learned along the way of my own journey in trying to save money. I'm Emily from Health Insight, and in today's video, I'll be giving you 5 ideas for $10 dinners that are quick, easy, and healthy that will feed your family of 4. And stick around to the end of the video for my best tip for grocery shopping to save money without sacrificing health. Okay, so let's dive right in. Number 1 is chicken or beef fajitas. So for all these recipes, I'll be putting the prices of each ingredient on the screen, and as usual, the prices come from my local Walmart, and depending on where you are in the world and the sales that are going on, the prices may vary. So for the fajitas, I decided to buy chicken because there was a great deal on the chicken drumsticks. They were $5.12 per kilogram, and since I only needed 500 grams, this cost me $2.56. So for this recipe though, you could also buy ground beef, ground chicken, or stewing beef, depending on the prices and your preferences. For this recipe, you will also need 1 lime, 1 garlic clove, 1 onion, 1 to 2 bell peppers, salt and pepper, and 10 tortillas. Then for the salsa that goes with this recipe, you'll need 1 tablespoon of fresh cilantro, 1 large tomato, and 1 small onion. All of these ingredients came up to a total of $9.88, and it makes plenty of food for 10 fajitas, which for my family was more than enough. Next up is ramen and vegetable stir fry. So for this recipe, you'll need a bag of frozen vegetables, 3 packs of ramen noodles, garlic, ginger, green onions, vegetable stock, soya sauce, olive oil or butter, and some spicy sauce if you want. I know some people prefer it without the spicy sauce though. So for this recipe, I want to clarify something. Of course, the prices of things like olive oil or butter will be high, but what's important to remember is that you'll use a little bit for the recipe and then you'll save the rest for a recipe later on, so it won't be wasted. So up front, the cost might be a bit higher, but over the long run, it will all balance itself out. So in my opinion, it's completely worth it. And the total price for this recipe is $8.86. Number 3 is chicken or beef burrito bowls. So the ingredients you'll need are either lean ground chicken, ground turkey, or ground beef, depending on prices and preference, rice, 1 tomato, 1 onion, 1 can of black beans, and 1 can of corn. So as you can see, the price I listed for the rice is $1. Of course, it's not possible to find rice for $1, but what I did here is I bought 1.4 kilograms of minute rice for $5.77, and I only used approximately 1 cup of rice, which is a very small portion of the rice I bought. So because I can save the rest of the minute rice for recipes later, I'm not including the full price of the rice in this recipe. This comes up to a total of $9.10. Next is quick and easy lentil tacos, which is actually also vegetarian. So for this one, you'll need olive oil, 1 small onion, 2 garlic cloves, 2/3 of a cup of dry brown lentils, chicken or vegetable stock, chili powder, cumin, paprika, and tortillas. Similar to the last recipes, the prices of the spices were all $2.27, but since we'll be using just a little bit, I estimated the price of what I used for the recipe instead of the cost. For this recipe, I suggest that you add any taco topping that you like, such as lettuce, tomato, sour cream, salsa, cheese, and more. And the total for this recipe is $9.97. And finally, number 5 is the 5 ingredient chili. So for this recipe, you'll need 1 pound of ground beef, 1 small white onion, 3 cans of diced tomatoes with green chilies, 2 cans of beans, either black beans or kidney beans, whichever you prefer, and 2 tablespoons of chili powder. Before you say anything, I know the total cost is over $10 at $14.27, but I decided to include this recipe in today's video for 2 reasons. The first is that this recipe is one of my family's favorite recipes. And 2 is because when I make it, there are usually leftovers for the next day's lunch, so it kind of balances itself out. Also, feel free to add other toppings like cheese, green onions, sour cream, cilantro, and more. If your family is anything like mine, then I know that these recipes are all going to be keepers. So now for my number 1 tip on saving money at the grocery store without sacrificing a healthy and balanced diet is to make a plan or a grocery list, stick to it, and shop the sales and the generic brands instead of name brands. For more information on saving money at the grocery store, including more practical tips, click on the link above. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and if you have any other $10 dinner ideas that are quick, easy, and healthy, then drop them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.